It's a message these families have been shouting for a decade now, but still they feel no one's listening. Their loved ones have been sentenced to jail indefinitely, marching on Parliament today to do what they can to get them out.
The biggest miscarriage of justice in British history. This sentence does not work, has never worked, it's barbaric and it needs to go.
Imprisonment for public protection orders meant prisoners had no release date. They were abolished a decade ago, but there are still more than 1,600 who've never been released, and just over half of them were originally sentenced to less than 4 years. No matter how long they've served, though, the government today said there'll be no quick releases.
We're not going to just release people who may pose a risk to the public at a brush of the stroke of a pen. What we are doing is making sure that they've got the support they need and the processes are in place for them to be able to demonstrate they no longer present a risk. That is the sensible and responsible way to deal with the residual number of cases, which has come down, as I said, dramatically in recent years.
Families, though, say there is no support. Aaron James was one of the first in the UK to get an IPP sentence, 2 years for GBH, but he's still in prison 17 years on. The Justice Secretary's comments today have provided little comfort to those trying to get him out.
If it was a member of his family and it affected him, that he might think a bit differently. But if it's never touched his life, how could he ever offer any empathy towards that?
What would you say to some people, though, who would argue your brother was convicted of GBH and deserved to be in prison?
There's a lot of sorries and for all that people have done and they've served the time. I just feel that the justice system, we're really being let down here.
Something campaigners have felt for 10 years now, hoping today, though, that things might change. And that the stories of individuals locked inside might finally be released. Sangita Lal, News at 10.